Ed, great to see you again at CIBTM. You were here last year. First of all, tell us about your organisation.
So, still working for JTM. It's effectively a PCO based in London. We have quite a lot of French clients. We run tours primarily to Europe, but there's an increasing number of tours that are going elsewhere. Primarily at the moment Asia Pacific, which is what I'm in charge with of development. Yeah, that's the organisation.
And as I said, you were here last year. How have you noticed the show's changed?
The show feels a lot more focused this year, so it feels cleaner. There's more space to walk around. The exhibitors tend to be more focused on what they want to achieve, and the visitors as well. So the fellow buyers that I spoke to seem to be a lot more kind of with a plan of what they want to achieve from the show, which is quite nice.
And if you had some tips for the exhibitors delivering the information that you need, what would it be?
I would say probably the number one will be to be primed, really, to do business, because a lot of time you'll get that. I mean, it's not by any means unique to this show. This effect where you go all the way to Beijing, have a 20-minute meeting with someone, and then they give you a brochure. I come here to source. I have specific events in mind, or specific destinations at least. I come here with very specific requirements. The vaguest one will be a site visit. Take it. If I'm bringing you an opportunity, please, come towards me, email me, run after me. I run after my clients, and you please run after me. That's just the way it works.
Well, it's a good tip. And generally, when you're closing business, or when you're actually looking to book business from the contacts you've made here, roughly how long can it take? What's your kind of lead time?
So I would say if we're in a stage of destination planning, it can take between a year and 2 years. If we have already sort of developed a destination, like we had with Beijing this year, then probably in the next 12 months.
Well, that's interesting. So it really does depend, and so people have to be patient and and sort of work the relationship and keep in contact and keep informed. Yeah.
Yeah, bearing in mind that we do not take on events less than a year in advance of them happening, it will probably take around a year before I approach any supplier, just by the nature of
And which destinations have caught your eye this year?
The focus that we've had this year was very much in the provincial cities. So we have done quite a lot of good start with places like Beijing, Shanghai, Xi'an, Chengdu, Chongqing, the big cities. And we really started to look at the smaller, either satellite cities like Suzhou, Hangzhou, or even Nanjing for Shanghai, or similar cities for Beijing, as well as like proper like Ningbo, Xiamen, or places completely out of sort of the ordinary, which can present quite exciting opportunities both in terms of prices, in terms of destination, the places that nobody heard of, so you can provide a very unique setting, especially if you're looking at things like incentive, stuff like that. So we're starting to look at that, and we found the market very much able to handle it, which is quite nice.
That's very interesting, actually. And finally, why is a show like CIBTM so crucial to the way that you work?
I would say specifically with CIBTM, to a certain extent also GIBTM, the culture of the place where we are, which is very much dependent on connections, really makes it important to have this sort of face-to-face meeting, the connection with the people, getting to know them, networking with them, going to see them at their sites, and then building business from that and taking it further. It's really not going to work here if I'm just going to email somebody or even Skype.
Well, that's interesting. Have you dipped into the education program at all?
Yes, I have went to a couple of sessions, but I must say that for me, networking and meeting people here this is what it's all about.
Great. Ed, great to catch up again. Thanks for talking to me.
Thank you.